Okay, here's a review of solving linear equations. So we have the equation y equals 5x minus 4, and we have two problems over here that we need to complete. We need to find x when y is 11, and we need to find y when x is negative 2. Recommendation, you always start by writing the original function on your paper or screen, and then plugging in the correct value. It tells us that y is 11, so we have to put 11 in for y. We'll go ahead and do that. And then we are going to solve the equation. Remember, solving an equation is just undoing the order of operations. So the first thing we're going to do is add 4 to both sides. We're trying to get x alone, isolate the variable. 11 plus 4 is 15 equals 5x. To get x alone now, we need to get rid of the 5 that's being multiplied by x. Since they're being multiplied, we need to divide, because 5 divided by 5 is 1, so we'll have 1x. We have to divide both sides, of course, and so x equals 3. The second example, find y when x equals negative 2. Again, y equals 5x minus 4 is my equation. I'm going to put this negative 2 in for x this time, so I'll put that in. We have y equals 5, put in the negative 2. And now, at this point, we're just simplifying. In this course, remember that whenever we know x, we can use our graphing calculator and use trace to find y. In our linear unit, we did it mostly by hand, but whichever way is fine. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10, and negative 10 minus 4 is negative 14. So y is negative 14. Now in this example, we're in function notation. So we have f of x equals negative 3x plus 2. So the first part says find f of 3, right? Find f of 3. This is where many people make their mistakes. Remember that originally our function notation is f of x, like so. And so remember that what happens here is that this x that's in the parentheses has been replaced with 3, which means that x equals 3. If it helps you to just jot that down, that means x equals 3. Well, if x equals 3, then we know we're solving for y, or in other words, we're solving for what f of 3 is. All right, so we write f of 3, which is another name for y, the y value at 3, equals negative 3. Let me actually stop 1 second. I'm going to erase this. One suggestion I always give you, and then I didn't follow it myself, always start by writing your function completely the normal way that we see it in the problem. So we have f of x equals negative 3x plus 2. Now what we're doing is we're finding f of 3, so we need to put a 3 in wherever we see an x, because that's what x equals. So we're going to put a 3 in for x here. Okay, now f of 3 just stays f of 3. This is just the final answer is going to be f of 3 equals the function at 3. Well, negative 3 times 3 is negative 9 plus 2, so f of 3 equals negative 7. And again, that's the way we write our final answer for these. Find f of 3. We did. F of 3 is negative 7. So it's the y value at 3. The second example, again, I'm going to write my whole function out. F of x equals negative 3x plus 2. This time it says f of x equals 11. Not x equals 11, but the whole f of x, the function of x, is 11. So that's our y value is actually 11. So we're going to put our 11 in for f of x. So we're going to put that right here. All right, so we have equals negative 3x plus 2. And now we're going to solve this. Subtract 2, just like we did on the previous screen for our first problem. 11 minus 2 is 9 equals negative 3x. The negative 2 and positive 2 cancel. And now we're going to divide both sides by negative 3 since x is being multiplied by negative 3. The negative 3 is canceled to give us 1x equals 9 divided by negative 3, which is negative 3. So our x value when f of x is 11 is negative 3.